Practical Anarchy, A Guide to Self-Determination. Dickie Dread. Part 50. The Holy Tryst of Wealth, Religion and Money. From their earliest institutional forms, organised religions did not merely preach morality or offer comfort, they accumulated. Temples in Mesopotamia and Egypt functioned as banks, storing grain and gold, controlling land and lending resources to rulers and merchants. Medieval monasteries across Europe became landlords, drawing tithes from peasants while claiming to guard their souls. The medieval Catholic Church grew into one of the largest landowners on the continent, amassing treasure through indulgences, relic sales and taxation, all in the name of salvation. Religion's spiritual power thus underpinned economic power, binding wealth extraction to divide authority. This intertwining of faith and finance has modern echoes. The Vatican's financial institutions have been repeatedly rocked by scandal, from the collapse of the Banco Ambrosiano in the 1980s to recent revelations of money laundering and embezzlement involving senior clerics. Despite these controversies, the Vatican remains one of the wealthiest religious institutions in the world, with assets in property, investment and banking networks. The rhetoric of humility sits uneasily alongside its financial empire. Case study: Vatican banking scandals. One of the most notorious episodes came with the 1982 collapse of Banco Ambrosiano, a bank with close ties to the Vatican's own Institute for the Works of Religion. Its chairman, Roberto Calvi, dubbed God's Banker, was found hanging under Blackfriars Bridge in London in circumstances widely believed to involve both organised crime and clerical cover-ups. More recent investigations have revealed misuse of donations and secret property deals, leading to ongoing trials within Vatican courts. These scandals highlight how even the supposed guardians of spiritual purity operate within the same circuits of speculation and corruption as secular elites. In the US, the prosperity gospel thrives. Televangelists preach that donations will be rewarded with divine blessing, a spiritualized investment scheme that enriches preachers with exploiting the hopes of the poor. Their churches operate as corporations, broadcasting across satellite networks, building mega churches and forging alliances with political elites. Case study: Joel Osteen and the Prosperity Gospel. Joel Osteen, pastor of Lakewood Church in Houston, leads one of the largest congregations in the world, with tens of thousands attending in person and millions more via television. His sermons emphasise positive thinking and financial blessings as signs of God's favour. In 2021, scrutiny increased when Osteen's church received millions in federal pandemic relief funds, despite already being enormously wealthy, while his personal net worth was estimated to be over $50 million. For critics, this epitomises how faith becomes a business, salvation packaged as self-help, sold through books, stadium events and broadcasts. Such dynamics link directly back to the discussion in Chapter 5 on money as control. Where debt and markets discipline people materially, religion sanctifies that discipline spiritually, telling the poor their suffering has meaning while demanding their obedience and contributions. The convergence is stark. Churches accumulate land and wealth, banks accumulate interest, states accumulate taxes. Each presents itself as natural and necessary, yet each functions as a system of control. There are also regional variations worth noting. In parts of Africa and Latin America, Pentecostal movements have expanded rapidly, often aligning with neoliberal reforms and political authoritarianism. In Russia, the Orthodox Church has become a partner of the state, blessing its wars and sharing in its wealth. Across traditions, the pattern repeats. Religious authority buttresses economic and political power, cloaked in the language of divine necessity. For anarchists, the lesson is clear. Religion, like the state and like money, is not a neutral social form. It generates and legitimises inequality, often more effectively than secular authority could on its own. Earlier we showed how markets mask exploitation behind claims of efficiency. This section shows how religion masks accumulation behind claims of holiness. To confront one without the other is to miss how tightly they are bound.